The year was 1975, and the primary care physician felt a lump in his patient's left breast. He referred her to a surgeon for that afternoon who felt the same lump and immediately made sure to find a time to meet with the patient and her spouse. He told them he was worried she had cancer and that she needed to get to the operating room later that week, where he would biopsy that lump, and if it turned out to be cancer, he would perform what they called a radical mastectomy. That means they'd not only remove the cancer, but the rest of the breast, maybe surrounding lymph nodes, muscle, connective tissue, maybe even bone, because this surgeon knew that when it came to getting rid of tissue around a cancer, more is better. Turns out he also knew that in the next few weeks, the NIH would be releasing a study that suggested that this radical mastectomy was unnecessarily aggressive and that a less aggressive treatment was just as good at preventing breast cancer recurrence. He didn't believe the study, and he didn't think that that woman and her husband deserved that information because he knew best, and he knew she needed that treatment. So a couple days later, she went to sleep, not sure whether she had breast cancer, and she woke up with a radical mastectomy. The year was 1975. That patient was Betty Ford, and her husband, Gerald, was the President of the United States. Let's fast forward 20 years. I'm a general internist working in a hospital. I get an emergency page to come to the operating room. I'm not a surgeon, mind you. I was the ethicist on call, and the surgeon had a dilemma. He needed my help. He said, I went in to remove this woman's throat cancer, and we talked about how that would help maybe that she could live longer. But I realized when I got in there, the cancer was bigger than I thought. And to remove all the tumor, I'd also remove her ability to speak. I don't know what to do because we never talked about that option. We never talked about that possibility. Should I just take it out and then we know we get rid of the tumor? Or should I stop the operation and talk to her, and then we can decide whether to go back or not for more tumor? And that would mean going in another day for an operation. I said, you have to stop you have to stop the surgery. That's too critical of a decision to make without finding out what she cares about. 1975, doctor knows best. Doctor can boss around the president and his wife. After 1995, surgeon knows the right choice depends on what that patient cares about and is willing to stop an operation to find out. What happened in between was the patient empowerment revolution. And in critical decisions, I tell the history of the patient empowerment revolution. I tell also why that revolution is not complete and why it won't be complete until you learn how to share these critical decisions with your physician.